Bonjour et merci de vous être inscrit à cette courte session. Aujourd'hui, je vais vous proposer quelques formulations utiles pour signaler un risque projet en anglais sans paraître négatif en réunion internationale. So today, I would like to look at a very common situation in multinational project environments. At some point during a meeting, someone needs to raise a delivery risk, question a proposed timeline, or suggest that an approach may need to change. And very often, that message needs to be communicated in English. In many multinational working environments, professionals are expected to raise delivery risks, suggest changes, or question timelines at an early stage. In French, this may be done quite directly, without creating difficulty. However, in English-speaking contexts, statements such as, "This will not work," "We need to change this," can sometimes be perceived as abrupt, even when they are factually correct. As a result, some professionals may hesitate to raise concerns in meetings or project discussions conducted in English. This is not necessarily a question of language level, but of how certain types of message are typically expressed in international professional environments. Dans ce type de situation, il ne s'agit pas seulement de trouver les mots justes, mais aussi d'introduire une contrainte sans remettre en cause l'avancement du projet. Here is a typical situation that may arise during a project meeting conducted in English. For example, a team member may need to indicate that an implementation deadline is unrealistic, that the client may not yet be ready, or that internal resources are limited. In practice, this means raising the possibility that the proposed timeline may create a delivery risk. These are operational concerns that need to be communicated clearly at an early stage. However, in an English medium discussion, some professionals may be unsure how to express this type of message without appearing negative or resistant to the project. As a result, concerns may be expressed indirectly or raised later in the process. In practice, this type of concern may be expressed quite directly. For example, "This will create delays. We cannot deliver by June." However, in many English-speaking professional environments, similar messages are often phrased in a more mitigated way. such as this might create delays at implementation stage. We may need to review the June deadline. This is not necessarily an attempt to be vague. Rather, this type of phrasing is commonly used to introduce risk, signal potential constraints, or propose adjustments without appearing to block progress. Dans les réunions conduites en anglais, ce type de message est souvent introduit de manière plus progressive. In English medium project discussions, concerns or constraints are often introduced using conditional structures of this type. For example, it might be worth reviewing this timeline. We may need to clarify that with the client. These forms are commonly used to signal uncertainty, introduce potential impact, or indicate that further confirmation may be required. They allow operational issues such as delivery risk or resource limitations to be raised within an ongoing discussion without appearing to halt progress. Cela correspond à certaines pratiques de communication que l'on retrouve fréquemment dans les environnements de travail anglophones. In practice, professionals working in English-speaking corporate environments may introduce disagreement, risk, or proposed adjustments in a more gradual way. For example, alternatives may be suggested indirectly, or timelines discussed using conditional forms. This type of communication allows operational concerns to be raised while maintaining collaboration, preserving working relationships, and supporting stakeholder alignment within the project. Merci d'avoir participé à cette session. Si vous souhaitez recevoir le support ou le lien vers le replay, n'hésitez pas à me contacter sur LinkedIn.